If you continue down this path, I won't always be there to save you. You know that, right?
Maddox Hatter, you know you can't save me. I'm a prisoner of Wonderland. I'm a lost cause.
You are not a lost cause. As your tutor, I'm in charge of preparing you for your future. And as your friend, I want you to have one.
What future, Mads? I literally have the most controlling mom ever. She's never going to let me leave Wonderland.
I know it hasn't been easy growing up with a mother that's so particular, but she wasn't always this way. It's true. We're products of our past, and your mother's was certainly unfortunate.
She just wants to turn me into the next evil queen like her. And I don't want to be queen. I just want to be in charge of my own life.
It's my life. It's now or never. I'm gonna live forever. Val, I just want to live while I'm alive. Hey, Val.
Hey, Al.
Welcome to D-Commentaries.
Thank you. Welcome to you and welcome to our listeners. Today, we're talking about Descendants, Rise of Red.
Dun, dun, dun. Rise of Red. Silly.
You're so silly.
Silly. Val, haven't seen you in a while. We took a month little break there.
We did. We
had some podcasts
happening
in the pot.
Yeah, we had some in the, we did take a week off, which was actually mostly my fault, but we also,
everyone's pissed. Everyone just comment in the comments about
it.
You're just pissed about.
Oh God. But yeah, we were in fact away from each other much longer than that.
Yes.
We just had some in the can, as they say, ready to go. So
yep.
We're now back. It is May. And
Val, have we been back enough to talk about my Disney trip? Did we already talk about that?
I don't think so.
I went to Disney and I ran the springtime surprise race. And my sister and I ran together. We ran on Friday 5K, Saturday 10K, Sunday 10 miles, altogether 19.3 miles, with an extra 20K steps on each day for going into the parks and doing other things.
Dude.
And I trained a little bit more than my sister did, so we ran a little bit slower than I had trained for, and I felt really good all three races.
That's great.
And confirms I'll never run a marathon. I would love Val to run a marathon for the attention. I don't want to run a marathon actually. Does that make sense? I want everyone to obsess over me while I'm doing something crazy. But I don't want to have to follow through with actually doing it.
That's so funny. As someone who has never actually run like a traditional 5K, let alone anything longer than that, there is absolutely no chance ever that I would do a marathon. However, I would do a mini triathlon.
I want to do one too.
Or a triathlon relay, which I think either of those would be fun to do.
I think that I could do a triathlon tomorrow. Not well, but I could do it.
I mean, I think I could probably do that too. Cause what is it? It's a mile swim of 5K. And then how many miles riding? I could basically do any amount of riding.
It's like, I think it's like 12 miles.
Yeah. I could probably do that.
Yeah. There's a mini one in Schaumburg that's 400 meters of 5K and 12 miles. So it's just less time in the pool.
Yeah.
So it's like mini tri. And I'm like, that I could do that tomorrow.
Yeah. I think so too. Yeah, for sure.
I think full triathlons are a little bit longer. I think it's a 26-mile bike ride, 10K. I think
maybe
there's
there's Ironman, which is like the crazy
full
one.
marathon.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's different triathlon levels.
Yeah,
I don't
levels.
know. But either way, I would do that.
The thing that sucks about the Chicago one is it's in August. It is hot as hell in Chicago in August.
Yeah.
You feel like you're walking in soup because it is so hot and humid. And that's what turns me away from wanting to do the Chicago one, because it is so hot and you're training during the heat of the summer.
Of course. Yeah. It is kind of cool because you get to swim in the lake for the swim, but otherwise that sucks. But at some point in my life, I think I would like to try that, but I have absolutely zero interest in doing running exclusive activity. I would also love at some point in my life to do a century ride where you ride 100 miles.
Cool.
Because I love biking. So I think like that I could definitely work my way up to doing a longer ride like that. But cool. Maybe someday. Maybe we'll do a decom triathlon thing at some point. Decathlon.
We're gonna do a decathlon. Y'all ever seen me throw javelin before? I did win shot put in the. I say a win shot put. I won 4th place in the 8th grade conference finals.
Wow.
For a shot put.
That's cool. So, Michael was also a shot putter, my husband.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Thank you for clarifying. I didn't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, no, I was clarifying for everybody else. Who doesn't necessarily listen to every
Who hasn't listened to any episodes and they're first tuning in to Rise of Red. Welcome to Rise of Red.
Yeah. Anyway, back to Rise of Red. That's a good segue.
Back to Rise of Red.
Segue
to Rise of Red. I recently dyed my hair. It is red.
It looks beautiful. Yes.
Thank you.
So Rise of Red came out July 12th, 2024. So reasonably recent.
And I was at D23 and got Rise of Red merch.
Nice. Very cool.
Thank you.
It was directed by Jennifer Fang, who has a lot of, like one-off TV directing credits. Mm-hmm. The only thing she did for any extended period of time is actually the Rise of Red TV show, which pretty much everyone in this cast was also in. I'm not clear on what happens in that show or if it's like required reading, as they say, for us to follow what's going on next. But I know there's also like the Royal Wedding movie, which wasn't technically a decom for some reason, which was in between the last one and this one. I don't know. I feel like there's just stuff like randomly inserted in places.
Oh, because that one is animated.
Oh, interesting.
The Descendants, The Royal Wedding is a 22-minute animated short.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Anyway, this was written by Josanne McGibbon and Sarah Perriott, who also wrote the first 3. They have written all of the Descendants movies, I should say. They also wrote Runaway Bride together. And then they also had Dan Frey as a part of the writing team. And he also wrote the Rise of Red TV show. So they brought him in for that, I guess. Okay, this cast is incredibly large, so I'm going to try to be as efficient as I can.
And I'm ready.
Here we go. Kylie Cantrell played Red. She was in Gabby Duran and the Unsittables, a number of music videos, High School Musical, the series, and the Rise of Red show.
And I'm going to cut you off one more time. Ryan works for Disney. He worked at the Disney Upfronts this week. And they've been posting Disney Upfronts is for advertisers. And so Disney and Netflix, Warner Brothers, Amazon, everyone has their own like big advertising thing in New York or LA. And Ryan works the Disney one where he gets to do a lot of talent handling. Cool. And then I saw some stuff from Upfronts and I saw that Kylie was there.
Wow.
Because, spoiler alert, they're coming out with another one.
Nice.
So I believe that they were there in preparation of, I don't know that they have announced anything about it really yet, but I think they were there in preparation of like, she's the new kind of like Disney original movie face
star. Right.
Mm-hmm.
There's also like a live show that's touring this summer. That's like Zombies and Descendants Unite or whatever. So that maybe they were also kind of promoting that as well.
I bet. I'm sure. Yeah.
Okay. Malia Baker played Chloe Charming, Cinderella and Prince Charming's younger child. We met Chad in the first 3 movies. She was also in Babysitter's Club, the like recent reboot.
Oh, okay.
And she's in the Rise of Red show as well. China Anne McClain reprised her role as Uma briefly. She, just as a refresher, was in she was in the second and third Descendants movies. She was also in Ant Farm, How to Build a Better Boy, Black Lightning, and House of Pain. Mm-hmm. And she, like, it's funny. I imagine her, for some reason, it might be because of How to Build a Better Boy, I imagine her as a very, like, petite person. But in this movie, she's, like, towering over everybody. And I don't know if it's just because she's wearing, like, big boots or something, but I was like, did she, like, have a growth spurt? Like, what is going on?
I'm going to look it up. Okay, Val. How tall do you think she is?
Uh-oh. She's either very short or very tall. She 5'2".
She's 5'3".
Okay, so she's my height. See, that's what I thought.
They put her in boots.
Yeah, because...
And I think, in my head, this is what I think, is she still looks really young to, spoiler alert, become the principal of the school. Yeah. So what can we do to age her? Is like, or make her more authoritative. Yeah. Where, like, I Googled her to see how old she is. And she was 25, which technically is of the age to potentially become a principal of a school. Sure. So it just feels so like, no, she's not. No, I don't know. She's so young. Like, she can't do that. It's like me. I just graduated college. I am so young. I can't do work.
Principal.
I can't principal. I can't get married. I'd be a teenage bride.
Yeah, that's very funny. So anyway, they put her in really big boots because she looks very tall in this.
Yeah.
Okay. Dara Renee played Uliana, who is Uma's aunt, Ursula's sister. And she was in Freaky Friday. I believe she was one of the friends. Or maybe, no, she was was she the, like, rival?
I have not seen Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday, the one we watched.
Val. You forget that I don't, we watch a movie and I forget it happened.
I will just look it up. She's the, like, rival, like the sort of bully.
Yeah. I remember her being mean. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is maybe how she got this one, because she's also mean in this.
Yeah, she's really good in this.
She is good in this. I was just saying it's kind of typecasting.
Yeah.
And then she was also in High School Musical, the musical, the series, and the Rise of Red show.
Yeah.
Then we have Rita Ora as the Queen of Hearts.
Insane.
I know. And she obviously is in a lot of music videos because she is a musician. She's also in all the 50 Shades of Grey movies, which, like, I don't watch those, so I had no idea, but she's in all of them.
Is she?
I don't know who she is.
I'm gonna tell on myself. I recently watched all of them because I was curious. I don't remember who she was. Maybe she was like an assistant, or I can't remember if it's her or someone else who sang the like song.
Maybe
Lana Del Rey. Maybe it was her. I don't remember. Okay,
I have no idea. But
now I'm talking to myself.
You're fine. She's also in Southpaw. She's a voice in Kung Fu Panda: The Dragon Knight, and she is also in the Rise of Red show.
And is she still married to Taika Waititi?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Let's see. Her spouse, Taika Waititi, 2022.
Okay. Ruby Rose Turner played Bridget, who is young Rita Ora, which also, like, was kind of confusing because one of them has an accent, one of them doesn't. There was a lot of
cast
weirdness.
A British person. I'm sorry. If you want Rita Ora in that. And this is no offense to Ruby Rose. She did a great job. Great actress.
Yeah.
You gotta cast someone with an accent.
It was so bizarre. I was like, what is going on here? So that was strange. But anyway, she was great. She was also in Coop and Cammy Ask the World, Eden, and the Rise of Red show, of course. Mm-hmm. Then we have Brandy reprising her role as Cinderella from the 1997 Cinderella movie, which is, I knew that this was the case. Like, I'd obviously seen stuff about this,
Spoilers
but
about
it was still, like, so cool to see her walk up. And, like, it kind of feels like, you know, there's a lot of stuff around like multiverses in the world right now in pop culture. And it felt like this was kind of like that, where it's like, it's not the exact Cinderella from that movie, but it's like a
version,
like a variant, if you will, of that same Cinderella from that. Paolo Montalban, who played Prince Charming in that movie, is also in this, but we'll get to that in a second. Brandy obviously is a prolific singer, so she has a lot of music video credits, but she was also the lead on Moesha for many years. Mm-hmm. She was also in The Game, Star. She is also in the Rise of Red show, and more recently she did this kind of smaller horror movie called The Front Room, which like I didn't see because I'm not a big horror movie fan, but I heard about it and I heard it was like very good and she's very good in it. And then she also was in one of the I Know What You Did Last Summer. I think she was in like the second one. And then she is in the one that like either just came out or is like about to come out. Like there was like a recent one that just happened. And she is in that as well. Okay. Yeah, so she's working, which is great for her. She's great. Yeah. Morgan Dudley played Ella, who was the young Cinderella. She was in The Prom, Al's favorite movie.
She was in The Prom?
Uh-huh. And she's also in the Rise of Red show. Joshua Colley played Hook. He is also in Peter Rabbit, Dead Boy Detectives, and the Rise of Red show, and something called Moonburn, which I'd never heard of.
He's a Broadway guy. He is currently on Broadway or touring in Hadestown.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
The DCOM star to Hadestown pipeline is very short. Looking at you, Jordan Fisher.
That's funny. Okay, Peter Lindell played Morgie, who is young Morgana Le Fay, I think is the name, or something like that. Morgan Le Fay. I don't know. It's from the villain,
the Black Cauldron.
Yes, I think so. He's also in the Rise of Red show and Hidden Falls. Okay, now we've gotten to Paolo Montalban, who played King Charming in this. But he was in that 1997 Cinderella movie with Brandy as Prince Charming. And he was also in Mortal Kombat Conquest. And he is in the Rise of Red show. He actually didn't have a ton of acting credits, which I'm not sure if maybe he has done other things with his life than just acting. I'm sure we could find that out. But just based on his resume, it seems like maybe he has been doing other stuff. Tristan Padil played young Prince Charming, and his main only credit is the Rise of Red show. He's basically just there to look cute. He has one line. Melanie Paxson is the only other person besides China Anne McClain who reprised her role from the earlier Descendants movies. She plays Fairy Godmother. Just as a quick refresher, she was in Happy Family, Notes from the Underbelly, Saving Mr. Banks, and she is in all of the Descendants movies. And I love that for her because I'm pretty sure she was in an ad. She was kind of like a Flo for a while, for a different brand. Mm-hmm. And so it's cool to see her getting this consistent work. So good for her. Grace Narducci played Faye, who was the young version of Fairy Godmother.
Oh, she was so cute.
She was so cute. She's a character actor. She's been in one of a lot of things, but other than the Rise of Red show, nothing more than one episode.
Okay.
Jeremy Swift, this one I loved, played Merlin.
Yeah.
So most people would probably recognize him from one of two things. One is Downton Abbey and the other is Ted Lasso. And I loved him in both of these things so much.
Thank you for saying Ted Lasso could not place him.
Yeah.
I was I know this man and I could not figure it out.
Yeah. So Jeremy Swift plays Higgins, who is the assistant manager or whatever of the team, of the soccer team, football team. And he is such a fun character in Ted Lasso. So lovable and so funny. He's also in Downton Abbey where he plays Sprat. And he's also kind of a comedic character in Downton Abbey as well. And I just love him. And I love that he somehow found his way into this role of Merlin. And he's very good in this role. Yeah. And it's very different than other things that I've seen him in. And it made me smile to see him in this.
Yeah.
Leonardo Nam played Maddox Hatter. He is in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants movies. He's also in the Tokyo Drift Fast and the Furious movie. He's in Westworld, Maggie, and then The Rise of Red Show. And then Julie Serta plays the evil stepmother, Cinderella's evil stepmother. She's a pretty prolific character actor, but some of her credits are Blind Spot, Mighty Ducks Game Changers, and The Rise of Red Show.
Wow. You said it was a meaty cast.
It's huge. Okay, the synopsis is as follows. After the Queen of Hearts incites a coup on Auradon, her rebellious daughter Red and Cinderella's perfectionist daughter Chloe join forces and travel back in time to try to undo the traumatic event that set Red's mother down her villainous path. Yeah, it's pretty good. It maybe gives away a little much, but it's definitely accurate.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. The only fun fact is the Brandy and Paolo Montalban thing, which I already mentioned. Mm-hmm. That's it. Al.
Yeah.
We have completed the business, and now I would love to know what your first impressions were of this movie.
Thanks, Val. I liked it. I thought it was fun. I read once, I think maybe I mentioned this before because we've been doing this for 5 years, that there are only like 27 storylines that ever exist. Because no matter what, you're going to fall into this trope or that trope.
Yeah.
And every movie that goes back in time is the same movie. It's the same movie. And that's fine. I liked this movie. I had fun. But it wasn't an unpredictable thing. It was an, I've seen this movie before. I would still give it like a 6.5. I liked the music. I liked the characters. I had a really good time. I would, if tie me to a chair, I have to watch it again, I'm willingly doing that. But the going back in time for me is a tired plot. I watched all 3 Back to the Futures within the last 8 years, and I didn't need to watch 2 and 3, you know? Val, first impressions.
Thank you, Al. Yeah, I too liked this movie. It is a fun watch. I also liked a number of the songs. I thought the acting was fine. Like, it was good. Nothing to complain about there. Mm-hmm. I don't disagree. I think that, like, in particular, I saw like some kind of essay or like, I don't know, some take on the fact that like we're sort of in the era of time travel right now because we are in a time period where a lot of people wish that they could go back in time and change things. And I definitely think that is accurate. I don't know that was necessarily the motivation in this particular case.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a trend, and Disney is certainly known to jump on trends. So it wouldn't shock me to know that was sort of the impetus behind the idea. But it also, I think that like this movie, one thing I like, you know, I was a big like Buffy watcher growing up and stuff like that. And I'm fairly, you know, fantasy oriented. And I think what I like about those kinds of stories is that they allow you to address like heavier issues. And I think that that's like kind of what I like about DCOMs in general is like they allow you to address heavy issues through like metaphor, like through like, you know, a sort of like you can separate yourself a little bit more from the deep, heavy idea because it's through the lens of something crazy or silly or whatever. And this one honestly kind of hit a little close to home in terms of like sort of generational trauma and breaking like, generational curses and those kinds of things. And like, I think that like, I appreciate that they told a story like that. But at the same time, I very literally did not write a single quote. Like, I don't think that this is a particularly like interesting movie or like well written, if that makes any sense, but it's not bad. It's just sort of like formulaic and like fine. You know what I mean? And I feel like I've kind of said similar things about the other Descendants movies. I don't dislike any of them, but I also none of them pop out at me as like, wow, I love this movie so much.
Yeah.
Because I think they're also leaning incredibly hard on the music. And so they don't spend as much time on like the plot or the character development because they're just sort of like, we're just moving between one song to the next. But yeah, it was fine.
Yeah, it was fine.
These. Yeah. Al, did you have any favorite quotes or moments?
I wrote down one quote. And it was a lyric in a song, and I'm not going to sing it because I don't remember how it goes. Some people act mean at first because they're too afraid to feel. It's survival, it's protection. That's why roses grow their thorns. I liked that.
Yeah.
It's survival, it's protection. And the too afraid to feel. That hits close to home.
Yeah.
Not for me. I have no problem feeling. I have to interact a lot with people who are unafraid to feel. Like 8 people popped in my mind. My favorite song was my favorite moment. Therefore, my favorite song. Therefore, my favorite moment was the baking one.
Me too. I have been listening. I played that song for Alice. I really, really like that song. It's so catchy.
Great song.
Life is Sweeter is what it's called.
Yes. Life is sweeter where you are. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I really like that song. And I think it's really catchy.
Very catchy.
I don't want it to seem like I didn't like this movie. No, I did. No. There's just like, it was a movie where there wasn't a lot to, I mean, I take notes on the entire thing, but there wasn't a lot to like,
there's take notes on top of.
Yeah. But the bone was a good bone.
Yeah, it was a good bone.
A dog is going to enjoy that bone. There just wasn't a lot of meat on it for me.
Thankfully, there was no talking dog in this one.
So true. Sorry, Bobby Moynihan. But Bobby Moynihan is currently employed by NBC's Reggie Dinkins, the Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins. And that show has been making me cackle out loud.
Oh my God, I need to watch that.
If you're a fan of 30 Rock, you gotta watch Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins.
That cast is bonkers. I really want to watch it.
Stacked. Val, did I already ask?
No, you didn't.
Okay, favorite quotes or moments?
So I literally did not write a single quote down.
I don't blame you.
Life is Sweeter was probably my favorite moment because it's just such a fun song. It's
choreography in this movie too, on point.
Yes, like the whole song, the whole choreography, like everything about it, the message of the song is like really sweet and it's just catchy. It's a well-written song.
Yeah.
It's a bop. So that was definitely my favorite part of the movie. And then I don't know, like I literally don't have a quote. I think like I was annoyed, of course, and I'm sure you'll mention this, that there was a narrator again without necessitating one, because they also, right after the narrator explains everything, they literally have a scene where they just over explain everything again. So they could have just done that. And even better, there's like a song that comes right after that, and they could have just like jumped right into the song and like used that as the cold open and then like gone back and explained stuff later, because like you would draw so many more people in that way. But whatever. I did really appreciate how they like really took good care of Brandy in this movie.
Yeah.
Like I like the way she got this like really grand entrance, and like she got to be both her actual act, like her as Cinderella, and then also the person who portrayed her as a young person, like were really strong and cool and like a good person. And there was no, like, at first I was like worried because like, as it says in the synopsis, like something awful happens to Bridget, who is the young Queen of Hearts, that like turns her evil. Someone like plays a prank on her. And at first I was like afraid that Cinderella had something to do with it. And I was so grateful that they like did not go in that direction, because like that would have been really tarnishing to like this lovely character and like you don't want to do Brandy that way. So I'm glad they didn't. That's it. I'm good if we want to hop on down to Spoiler City.
I am going through time and in the time loop.
I went back to a time when I didn't have a top.
I went back to a time where I didn't have a top on. Good job, Val. That's yes, perfect. No notes. All right. We open up on Uma, our narrator. Goes through the last 3 movies, kind of. The Isle is free for villains. Villains can go to Auradon, and they're kind of integrated into the world. And then the original crew is off to other lands to recruit more people to Auradon and open up new lands and worlds, which is why Uma is now in charge. And she is now the president of Auradon Prep. Is that what it's called? Auradon Prep?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. She has a meeting with Fairy Godmother, and Fairy Godmother is moved up to headmaster, and now, right?
Fairy Godmother is now the head of the university.
Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah. Godmother is president of university. So she's
Which,
gone.
Would be cool. I hope we get to see that. I think it would be cool to, go to the university at some point. Cool. Anyway, keep going.
And Uma was like, okay, cool. Well, while you're gone, I'm going to get all people can come here. And Fairy Godmother was like, yeah, we already did that. She goes, no, all. I mean, Wonderland. She was like, no, you can't do that. They're spooky down there. And so we then know Princess Red is going to potentially be, recruited. And then they honored Carlos because it's what he would want, because Cameron Boyce passed away and they had his picture up there. That was so sad.
It really felt like they were actually crying.
Oh my God, she was. Hands down, she was. And I don't blame her. That was a really, really great homage.
Mm-hmm.
So they decide to send an invitation to Wonderland via Harry Potter Owl. And we meet Princess Red, who is the daughter of Queen of Hearts. And she likes mystery and magic. And she is the only person to rebel against the Queen of Hearts, because the Queen of Hearts will off with your head. And the Queen of Hearts is very mean. But Red doesn't like being controlled, and she doesn't want to follow the ways of her mom. And she very much is rebelling. And so she's we have a song about finding her because she's lost in the kingdom, and everyone's like,
and she's vandalizing everything.
Yeah, so she's just like a big baddie. She then sneaks into the Mad Hatter's house, and he is her tutor.
Well, he rescues her from getting captured with a big machine thing,
and he sucks her in. And they have this conversation, this heart to heart, where she's like, I want to be in charge of my own life. It was a very I wish number without the number immediately following. And he, in our cold open, is like, I want you to be in charge of your life, but also as your friend, I want you to be careful, but also be in charge of your life. And so he tells her that he created a time machine, and it takes you to the time your heart desires most. Which is the pocket watch. So it looks like the White Rabbit's pocket watch. And she escapes from the Mad Hatter because now they're looking for her. They know where she is, and so she escapes again. But she stole the pocket watch in the meantime. Then we go to Chloe in Cinderella's Burg, where we find Brandy and the Prince. And they sing So This Is Love, which is stunning. And for being a good student, her parents gifted her glass Doc Martens. Glass boots.
Which is so funny.
Which is so silly.
And she says they're just like yours, Mom, which the implication is that she also has glass Doc Martens in this timeline, which I love.
Yeah. Because
it came out in 1997. It is not inconceivable that she would have had glass Doc Martens.
So true. Absolutely. Then so we see their interactions, and she's a very good kid, and her parents love her very much. So we cut back to the opposite, where the mom and daughter have a very strained relationship, and the Queen of Hearts, who gets her own song, is Rita Ora. And she says to her mom, she goes, I wish being me didn't offend you. And then the soldier didn't find her. from the beginning of the night. And so she goes, well, you didn't find her and you suck. So off with your head. And so then Rita wants Red to say it. And Red goes off with his hat instead of his head. And so he takes his hat off. And she's like, well, he needs punishment. But then as they were going to like punish this man, Mad Hatter cuts her off with the letter from Auradon inviting her to go to school there. And the queen says that another villain has gone soft, meaning all of the other Uma, all of the other villains. And she says, yes. She was like, yes, because in her brain, she was like, well, I can infiltrate the school. This is how I can get in and I can take over that whole land as well.
She doesn't say that though to Red. Like Red doesn't understand. She's just sort of surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can see that that's going to happen. And then they travel in like this old carriage and they've got all their stuff in there and it's so funny. And they have a duet about love and
love
how
ain't
it's
it.
like not real. Love ain't it. And that was very cute. I stopped apparently writing my notes. I just wrote and then I didn't write anything more. So awesome. So they arrive at Auradon and they run into Cinderella and Chloe. Red at this point is mean, which fits the narrative of her, but also when she's in another place, I find it interesting that she still carry that over where she's like finally in a place where Val's going to explain why I'm wrong.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
But to me, I was like, you're finally getting what you want by being able to explore on your own. Like, I just found it odd that she was like super mean right away when her mom is super mean and she doesn't want to be like her mom. Val.
Yeah, I think it's probably a number of things. I think one of the things is like first of all, hurt people.
Yeah.
Second of all, she's trying to protect herself because she doesn't know anything else except for abuse. So like she's just expecting everyone to be mean to her. So she's sort of proactively being mean to them.
Yeah.
And I also think it's sort of like that same narrative that like Mal had at the beginning where it's like, this is who I'm supposed to be. And so I'm going to like play this part of like the villain.
Told you guys, Val was going to say I was wrong.
I didn't say you're wrong.
No, it's fine, Val. I was wrong. No, I just don't have the smarts to analyze like you do. I am smart in other ways. They sing a song, Love Ain't It. Oh, that's where we get Love Ain't It. And then we find out why Queen of Hearts is evil. And Cinderella tells that a mean prank was played on Red and it changed the trajectory of her life back in high school. And it didn't used to be called Auradon yet. And Red says to her mom, I don't want to be like you. And her mom says, we're more alike than you know. Ooh, spooky. So then we get an Uma introduction song, Uma's confirmed principal. And in this scene, she was wearing boots that made her 6'3". So keep your eyes peeled for that. Val like that one. She's back. I got her back. Queen of Hearts calls her knights to Auradon, throws her cards up in the air, and the cards turn into knights. So a la the movie Alice in Wonderland or the book where the cards are the knights. So that she carries them with her and then she can like turn them into knights right away.
And she traps everyone inside the courtyard.
Yep. So she traps everyone in the courtyard. She uses the cards to block everyone in. At the same time, she destroys Fairy Godmother's wand. And she says, calm down. You're acting like you've never seen a coup before. And Cinderella at this point stands up to her and says, who are you loyal to? Are you, or no, I don't know who are you loyal to was to. I think that's who was the loyal to. That is Queen of Hearts saying it to Cinderella. Like, who are you loyal to? Are you going to be loyal to me?
To her daughter, probably to Red.
Yeah. And then Princess, this is what I wrote. Quote, who are you loyal to? Unquote. Princess calls treason against Ella. Quote, off with her head.
Okay. Yeah. No, I remember this. So, so the Queen of Hearts says because she's again demanding that Red is the one who like exacts justice here.
Yeah.
And like punishes Cinderella. because even though Cinderella did not perpetrate the prank, she also wasn't there to like protect her, and they were friends. So like she blames her for what happened. And so she wants to perpetrate her form of justice on Cinderella, but she's also trying to get Red to be the one to make that decision, to sort of like induct her into this life, right? To sort of like force her to become like her. And Red, so that's when she says like, who are you loyal to? And she's saying that to Red because Red is hesitating. And then Red ultimately does say like, off with her head or whatever. Like she like does choose to like punish Cinderella, which is disappointing. But obviously she immediately regrets it. Yeah.
So with her, thank you, Val, immediately regretting it, she goes and reaches in her pocket for the stopwatch.
The stopwatch.
What is it?
The pocket watch.
Okay, so they use the pocket watch to go back in time to where her heart desires most. And her and Chloe went together. They like got scooped up together.
Because they sort of clash. Like Chloe's sword like hits the watch or something.
Right at the exact time.
Yeah.
So they go to Auradon, but no one is there. No one's there. And they're like, wait, everything looks a little different. And they are at the school when their parents were there. They went back in time. So Fairy Godmother, who's in high school, is doing her homework, but she can't use her wand that well yet. And then they thought, Red was like, well, I didn't know it was going to take me back here. I thought it was going to take me back to 10 minutes before my mom threw her cards up in the air so that I could stop her from doing that. And no, it takes you where your heart desires most. So it takes them all the way back to high school because in retrospect, the prank hasn't happened yet. So her heart desired to go back to prevent the prank from happening. Then we get a song between Chloe and Red, and they are going to work together until history is rewritten. So now they're like buddies now. And they're pretty much buddies the whole time. They have like maybe one little spat, but it's not big enough to like really split them up. Like, what movie did we watch where was it? It's not Upside Down Magic, where it was like the girl was actually bad.
It was Upside Down Magic.
Was it? Okay. Wow. I can remember one
where
movie.
She went bad, like her best friend.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then we find out that it's the Merlin Academy, and this is before Belle and Beast became of age to rename it Auradon. And they say to Merlin that they're transfer students. So Merlin is the dean, principal, president. He is the person in charge. And so they're like, oh, we're transfer students. He seems very flustered and doesn't have his marbles, which is true for the movie as well.
And he's just so funny.
He's very funny. And he's just like, oh, I guess I didn't know that. All right, come with me. You're coming to this class now. And so then he's like, well, first class of the day, it's alchemy. And so then we meet Bridget and Ella. So this is young Cinderella and young Queen of Hearts. And this is where, so this version of Ella is the pre-meeting Prince Charming Cinderella. Put together clothes, very scrappy, and like needs to get through the world kind of on her own.
Yeah.
And
by put together, she means like ratty, like
scraggly.
Yeah. Barely held together clothes.
Yeah. And then we have our Bridget, who is very pink and bubbly and very happy and very kind person, very confusing casting choice, but does a great job. She is acting great, but Val.
No, I think like the bubbliness is not confusing because that's exactly what she's supposed to be. It's the accent.
It's the accent.
She just doesn't, and there's absolutely zero resemblance whatsoever between her and Rita Ora. Like it's
so the least
weird.
You could do is the accent.
Right.
If you're not going to have them look anything like, you at least need to have an accent.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So but, it's very strange.
Yeah. She's super nice and she bakes a lot and they sing Taste of My Heart, which is a very, very good song. I would rank it what? Taste
of My Heart?
I don't know. I just write down what I think the song.
It's called Life is Sweeter.
Yeah.
The one we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
It's great. It's such a bop.
Yeah, it's a great song. Yeah, everyone should know by now. I don't know titles. Okay, so then we get the villain's introduction. They get a whole dance number. We have Ursula's sister, Uliana.
Mm-hmm.
Uliana. I wrote down Umalina at first, and I was like, wait, that doesn't make any sense because Uma is not related to this person.
Yes, she is.
I mean, they're like aunts, but like it's not her mom, so it wouldn't make sense for her name to be Umalina, is what I mean. So they are. She's Ursula's sister, and we see young Hook and young other people, and she's a big bully. So Uliana is a very big bully and is bullying Ella and Bridget. And Bridget made these cupcakes with flamingo feathers on them, and Uliana was like, I'm gonna eat all of these, and she was like, don't do that, that's too many feathers. And so apparently flamingo feathers are enchanted, and Uliana turns into a flamingo, which was honestly great CGI.
Yeah, no, it looked really good.
Looked really good. And if it wasn't CGI and they just kind of went bit by bit and started like giving her all of those prosthetics, shout out to that team, because that was
seriously,
that looked really great.
It looked great.
And so then she's like, I'm gonna get back at you, I hate you. We find that Bridget and Ella were best friends throughout this time at Merlin School for magical people,
because they're kind of the outcasts.
Yeah. And so they decide to go to Castle Coming together. So it's not homecoming, it's Castle Coming. And so they're going to go as best friends. We then cut to Ella's house to see her cleaning. And we see her evil stepmother. We don't see Anastasia and Drizella, but we know that they're there off stage. And we see the glass. We see the glass Doc Martens, and she's like, whoa, what are those? And she goes, oh, my mom gave them to me. But she's literally Chloe is standing there talking to the young version of her mom. And Red says that Bridget is weak. And Ella's like, she's not. Ella stands up to Red and is like, she's actually one of the strongest people I know. And you don't know what you're talking about. And so this is where Red starts to see her mom in a different light. She doesn't like fully see her there yet, but she's starting to get that inside of like, oh, well, maybe my mom does have good deep down inside. But she kind of was being a little bit careless. Chloe was being careless, and she like backs up into a vase, knocks it over. And now the evil stepmother comes down and is like, you're grounded and you girls need to leave and you suck. And so Chloe is like, whoa, I can't believe like my mom grew up in this environment, because she doesn't seem like this person. And, you know, she doesn't really know how bad it was. Maybe she knew that like her childhood wasn't great, but maybe she didn't know firsthand that it was a lot tougher than it actually she thought.
And it's also kind of an interesting contrast, right? Because like Cinderella had an objectively crappy childhood, but she like managed to figure out how to not pass that through to her children, right?
And isn't
like
that all millennials, Val? Isn't that just the millennial?
Yeah. So does that
agenda?
make Rita Ora a boomer in this scenario?
Yeah.
No, it's like, I think there's a very intentional like contrast, right, between like Cinderella, who had a terrible childhood but does not convey that onto her children, and then there's Bridget,
Rita Ora,
who like did have it tough in certain ways because she was kind of not treated well by her classmates, but like was mostly had a fine life.
Yeah.
Had one sort of turning point moment and like just decided to let it define everything about her, and also how she treats everybody, including her daughter.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting. Interesting thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we cut to the Black Lagoon, where all of the villain kids are going into the Cave of Wonders of big catfish under the sea. And we get that they're going to have the perfect revenge. They're going to put together, I think it's a song. I didn't write if it was a song or not. So that it makes sense why I would call a song Perfect Revenge. Probably not called that. And it might not have even been a song, but they're going to get revenge on Bridget for turning her and humiliating Uliana by turning her into a flamingo. And they're going to do it by baking her something from Merlin's magic cookbook that will essentially turn her, this is the big prank. The big prank is getting Merlin's cookbook and making something that's going to prank Bridget.
And it's going to turn Bridget like into a monster or something, like an ugly monster.
And so the girls have a heart-to-heart and because they snuck in and they were listening to what the plan is. So they're like, okay, well, we need to come up with a plan and have a heart-to-heart because we are starting to understand our moms more. We need to stop this prank from happening. So we need to, we need to do something. So Red goes to have a heart-to-heart with Bridget and they have a really nice conversation and she gets to know her mom a little bit more and she's starting to have those walls break down a little bit. She finds the looking glass and the looking glass is something Val is going to describe.
Okay. So I kind of remember this. So they sort of use it as like a check-in, like to see if they've done,
if they fixed
what they need
future,
to fix the future. And they haven't. So they're still looking at a bad future at this point.
Because
so
Bridget at this point has the looking glass because it's part of her family. So Red is like, oh, that's my mom's looking glass. I'm going to look to the future to see if things have changed. Right. Cool. Good work, team. We're almost there. So Red and Chloe are like, all right, well, we're going to break into Merlin's office to get the cookbook because if we get the cookbook first, then the villains can't turn Bridget into the cookie monster. Like literally, they can't use the baking tools to turn her into a monster. So we're going to go take it first. Chloe, before they go to do this, goes to find her mom and they sing a song called Hands Dirty. Gotta get your hands dirty. And so Chloe's like, okay, I'm gonna do that. And so the villains see Red sneak into Merlin's office because they're like, they were gonna go steal it too, but they saw Red go in there first. And there's a knock at the door. Someone's coming in and you think it's the villains, but it's Chloe. And she's like, I decided to get my hands dirty. And they get in, they find the book. They're about to grab it, but then all of the swords come to defend and the security measures come alive because things have been triggered. So the swords come up. The owl, Merlin's owl is represented in here as well. He's going to go tell Merlin something's wrong. And I wrote hijinks ensue. You guys know this montage. And then there's a knight that comes alive. But then Chloe uses her glass Doc Martin against the owl. The owl's destroyed and then all of the magic kind of dissipates. So they were able to not get caught as early as they could have or gotten trapped. But then Uliana shows up and she's like, haha, just kidding. I've stolen the book. And she opens up the book there and the four villains are standing there. But because the book knows that she's a villain and she shouldn't be opening it.
She has bad intentions.
She has bad intentions. Thank you, Val. The book doesn't really open for them. It like opens, but then like puffs them with like a freeze smoke. So they are, so to speak, petrified into space. And it's funny because you can still hear them screaming. It's like, but they're not moving, which is very funny, silly. The two girls, have a heart-to-heart and they're like, okay, well, are we going to do this? And they're like, yeah. And so then the book, because Red has good intentions, opens for Red and she is able to use the book or save the book or just have the book. And then Merlin comes back and he finds the villains there. So the girls were able to escape. And he was like, oh no, the villains are the perpetrators. So they can go home now. The prank is saved. The book was taken. We're all good to go. So this is literally the end. They use the pocket watch to go forward in time because they're like, that's it. We've prevented the prank. Val, I saw how many minutes were left and I was like, there's no way they ended this fast. This is crazy. So they get back and they are at Auradon Prep and we hear the end of Uma's song again. And We're really nervous because the same things from the beginning are playing out. The Queen of Hearts goes to throw her cards up in the air, but instead of turning into knights, they turn into heart bubbles. And she's happy where everyone's great. And we did it. Queen of Hearts is good. Cinderella's still good. Was really worried it was going to flip. Was really worried there for a second that Cinderella was going to be bad. There were no consequences. We have a dance party. We have a dance
to a remix of Life is Sweeter.
and then that's it. That's it, everyone, except for the credits come and we hear Uma and she says it can be dangerous messing with time. ... So they set up a second movie. But this one ends happily ever after.
Yeah. I was honestly so surprised we didn't go to Castle Coming because I just feel like it was such a missed opportunity for like a huge musical number. And
I would have loved 15 more minutes of this movie to have that scene.
Yeah, I agree. It felt so like rushed at the end. Like, I don't know. It was very weird how it ended to me.
Yeah, you know me, I love a short movie, but I was shocked that they were like, oh, we took the book, the prank is stopped. Where, I don't know, I would have gone to Castle Coming and been like, okay, the villains aren't showing up. And it's like, I'm going to get you. They do it over text message or something. I don't know, Skype. And yeah, I don't know. But I overall liked the movie. Not a bad time.
Yeah, no. And I think there's a lot of good messages in this movie, like a lot of like good lessons, I guess, for lack of a better word. Like, you know, a lot of the stuff with like getting your hands right, like willing to like do the work and like, you know, being, you know, like essentially like a lot of like generational stuff, right? Like, did your parents spoil you? Okay, like how do you fix that? Did your parents treat you badly? Okay, how do you fix that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that was cool. I liked that. And you know, it's a decom, so, and it's also like this context, so like it was a little bit heavy-handed at times, but like not in an annoying way. I just thought it was like nice that they were addressing these things at all.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, Val, that's the movie, which means you know it's time for Rise of Red, Rise of Red, Rise of Red, and Genius is our name. No. Go back and watch our Genius episode from 5 years ago. Val liked that one. I'm getting her, guys.
What a good callback.
I'm gonna get her. I keep getting her.
Oh my god.
I keep getting her with the funnies.
All
right, I'm gonna start today, Val.
Yeah, do it.
All right, one hit wonder song.
No.
Okay, So This Is Love is not a one hit wonder because there's other songs from Cinderella, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of songs from Cinderella.
Bippity, boppity, boo.
Are you talking about the original Cinderella or are you talking about the 1997 Cinderella?
No, because they sing So This Is Love. So I was just wondering, like, is So This Is Love?
Well, there's other songs in Cinderella.
I know, so that's what I just said. So it's not a one-hit wonder because there's other songs in Cinderella.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were asking me. I was like,
I mean,
yes.
kind of, but I'm just kind of asking myself to the ether.
Okay.
So no.
Okay. Breaking the fourth wall or looking into the camera. I didn't notice any
holiday themed. No.
Clunky metaphor. Okay, so we talked about this at the beginning, but like the whole thing is a metaphor for breaking generational curses.
Yes. Hundo P. Parents who just don't get it.
Yes.
Yeah. Red does.
Queen of Hearts. Cool non-parent adult. There's a few. Yeah, Merlin, Mad Hatter, and Fairy Godmother.
Yeah.
I guess is Uma technically an adult at this point?
Yeah, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's principal now. She's running the school.
Yeah.
Someone too famous for a TV movie. Brandy and Rita Ora and Prince.
Well, I think Brandy and Rita Ora are theoretically too famous. I also think Jeremy Swift is like borderline too famous for this. You know what I mean? For like this level of TV stuff. But I love that they're all in it anyway.
Absolutely. Keep being in them.
Yes. Competition to resolve the central problem.
No. A montage sequence.
I actually didn't notice any.
No, because the one that I was going to be like montagey, it wasn't montagey because it was just them doing the hijinks for escaping the defense mechanisms. I don't think there's a montage.
No.
Can you tell us in our comments if we're wrong and if there was a montage? Val, your turn.
Where am I? Cliche villains. I mean, obviously, yes.
Villains. Thank you for mentioning the one villain, Morgie, because I was really confused on who that was and how he was connected.
Yeah, I had to look it up because I was like, who the heck is this person?
Yeah, and he was Morgana is the name, I believe, from
I think so.
Black Cauldron.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Clothes or items you owned. I have playing cards. Does that count?
Sure.
Yeah! Thanks, Val.
Are they magical?
They're Disney. So yes.
Rotten Tomatoes 40 to 60. I'm gonna guess that this is probably pretty high. I'm gonna go with 80.
Wildly incorrect. 57.
Wow, I have been so off these last few.
Yeah. That's okay.
Honestly, that is where I would have put it, but like I just assumed that since they've made like a whole
so many
television show and like kept making these, that like it had to be well received.
Yeah.
But it makes me happy actually that Slumber Party is so much more highly rated than this one.
Oh, what a great movie. I remember that one. Happily Ever After. In this one, yeah.
Yeah, technically. Almost Kissing. Actually, yes. So in Life is Sweeter, there's like this little interlude with Jasmine and Aladdin where they're kind of like forehead to forehead and they're like almost kissing.
Yay. You can't have a decom without it.
They're like, call us Gelatin.
Someone who became famous. Kylie Cantrell has 7 million Instagram followers.
Okay. So there you
go. China Anne McClain is in this, and she started off and also has, but yeah, she got a lot.
Yeah.
Or am I mixing those two up? Hold on. Now I'm would like to fact check myself before someone else does. Okay, I got to mix up. Kylie has 1.5 million. China Anne McClain has 7.
Okay. Well, either way, she became famous. Betraying of one's real friends or values. I don't think so. Because I think that like the only person who ultimately does that, we don't actually see them do it. It's the Queen of Hearts, but she's already like done it. You know what I mean? Like, I think that everyone else is like true to themselves.
I have a thought though. I think Chloe is a very kind and good student, good person, but still is a little spoiled until she sees the younger version of her mom and then like needed the like get my hands dirty song.
Yeah, but I don't think she like betrays. I think the closest other thing it would probably be when Red initially caves and says like off with her head or whatever about Cinderella.
Okay.
I think that would be the only one that would potentially qualify because like even if it was momentary, she like gives in and kind of like does the bad thing that she knows is bad.
Yeah.
So I'd say we could count that.
Okay. Wow. Oh boy. Oh, Mickey. Narrator.
Yep.
Yeah, sad.
Yep.
Did not need one.
Obviously bad special effects or stunts.
I didn't see
not really
obviously bad.
No, in fact, they do a really good job in these movies. It kind of has the Halloween Town thing where like they do a pretty good job. They're in a kind of contained set, but they make that set very like everything is like very practical.
Yeah.
Like even if that makes it almost look like a play in some ways, like I think that they would prefer to do that than like have a bunch of like crappy looking CGI.
I will say maybe some of the like time travel-y stuff did get a little wonky, but it's not like insanely terrible.
Yeah, I didn't see anything obvious.
All right. Disney Channel star.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I mean,
Ant
obviously
Farm, China Anne, and then all of these people are becoming
Right. What about Coop and Cammy Ask the World?
Oh, I don't.
Yep.
It was.
Yep.
It was.
So
Diz-biz.
Bridget, young Queen of Hearts, is on a Disney Channel show.
Cool.
So at least one of them.
Nice.
Musical number. Yay!
Yay! Magic.
Dun, 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 dun,
Magic
dun,
musical
dun,
numbers.
dun, dun, dun.
Yay!
Someone says the title of the movie. No.
Descendants 4, Rise of Red. No.
Never. They never do. And I am glad.
Yeah. Which is interesting because is she rising?
No. I think it's like such a weird thing.
I think they should have just called it Descendants 4.
Or Descendants 4 Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Rise of Red. Yeah, it'd be different if she decided to be evil and then like take over.
Right.
You could still mention her. Okay, what would we rename it? Descendants 4 Through the Looking Glass.
Sure. Love that.
Okay, done. Changed. All right. Scooby-Doo.
Kind of.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, they
their hijinks getting the book and everything. Yeah.
They sure did.
Yeah. The heroes create the problem. No. Because the initial problem is
she got bullied.
Right. They didn't have anything to do with that. They actually fix it.
Sure do. Which leads to fish out of water.
Not really. I feel like nobody was like,
acclimate.
Who are you guys? Yeah, like they were kind of like, yeah, we believe that you're transfer students.
We think that you're from Schaumburg, Illinois. The magical land. All right, Val. Well, we got very close to a lot, and we got one.
Oh, hey.
We got our middle line. Closer items you owned. Rotten Tomatoes 40 to 60. Happily ever after. Almost kissing and someone who became famous.
Thanks to those playing cards.
So true. Great job, Val. Well, Val, I've thought of a game. And our game is that we're nearing the end of DComs and DOMs to watch. And so because technically as of right now, Val, what movie are we watching next?
Zombies 4, Rise of the Vampires. So we have two Rise of something at this back to back.
So
but yeah, this is technically the last one that exists right now.
Yeah. That is out. Yeah. So what we're gonna do today is we all know too that I'm really bad at remembering the plots of movies that we watch. Or any of the movies that we've watched. So Val and I are going to play the games of Remember That DCOM. And we're going to have 2 minutes to name as many DCOMs as we can.
Just name them?
Just name the DCOM. And don't start yet. I'm going to put a timer on for 2 minutes. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Go. Stop. I got to a point where I had to stop for like 2 seconds because I was like, I forgot every movie ever.
I know. Right before the last one I wrote, I like just short circuited for a second.
Yeah. All right.
So I'm assuming we're like crossing off ones that we have the same. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. You go first.
Under Wraps.
Check.
Okay.
Do you have Under Wraps 2021?
No.
Yes. Great. I literally wrote Under Wraps, Under Wraps.
I believe you. I almost did the same thing. All right. You Lucky Dog.
No, that was the one that I hesitated on and then thought of something else. You get that one.
Okay.
Halloween Town.
Yep.
All right.
Brink.
I have Brink. Halloween Town 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Smart House.
Got it. Halloween Town High.
Yep. Xenon 1.
I have Xenon 1. I have Xenon 2.
Yep. Xenon 3.
Yep. Cowbells.
Yep. Luck of the Irish.
No.
Ooh. Okay.
Camp Rock.
No, I don't have that.
Okay.
Phantom of the Megaplex.
I don't have that one. Camp Rock 2.
Nope. I didn't have any of the Camp Rocks.
Okay.
Halloween Town 4. What's the Halloween Town 4 called? I just wrote Halloween Town 4.
It's Return to Halloween Town.
Oh, crap. Well, I don't have to count that then.
It's up to you if you want to count it or not.
We don't have. If you got it right.
I don't. No, I don't have it.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
You can.
Okay,
Keep it.
I'll take it.
Yeah, take it.
All right.
Teen Beach Movie.
No.
Okay.
Quince.
No, forgot that existed. Teen Beach Movie 2.
Nope.
Okay.
Double Teamed.
Yep. Shoot. Can of Worms.
No.
The bane of my existence had to include it.
Miracle in Lane 2.
No.
I can't believe I forgot Motocross.
Me too. Under Wraps 2.
No.
Okay. Val really said I'm only acknowledging the original.
Yeah. True Confessions.
Mm-hmm.
You got it?
Mm-hmm. Stew Confessions. Spin.
No.
Nice.
The Slumber Party.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I got that because we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm out.
You're out?
Yeah, I'm a slow writer.
Whoa. I have Jump In.
Nice.
High School Musical.
Nice.
High School Musical 2.
Duh.
Johnny Tsunami.
Oh, of course.
Well, you got like the Quince and the other one.
Well, I was sort of doing like I did Smart House and then Luck of the Irish because they both have what's his face in them, and then I got Quince because I had just written Halloween Town.
Kimberly
you know what I
Brown.
mean? So I was like connecting people from the movies.
My last one, Tiger Cruise.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's for Bill Pullman. That's for his son, who looks exactly like him, is 33 years old and is an accessible, age-appropriate crush to have on a celebrity. Thank you, Lewis Pullman, for existing. Well, Val, I never win, but today I won.
You won.
All I do is
you would win more often if you
I was
actually played the games.
So true, so true. Thanks for playing, Val.
Thank you for coming up with that.
You are welcome. Now, we talked about it before. Our next movie we're watching is Zombies 4.
That's right.
Rise of Red. We also want to plug, in which we will plug as much as possible on our socials. Val, what are we doing on June 17th at 7 p.m. at the IO Theater through
In
Malarkey
Chicago.
Comedy and the Commentaries podcast?
We are hosting our friend Stu Krieger.
Stu Krieger.
For a live event. He is coming to the theater. We are going to do a screening of Smart House. Then he is going to talk to us for a little bit, and then he's going to take questions from the audience. He's also going to have signed copies of his book, Raft, and we might have some fun D-Commentaries merch as well. So if you were in the Chicago area on June 17th, please come by. It should be a really fun time.
Yeah.
We'd love to see you.
Love to see you. Yes, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Gonna be grand. Yeah, we're very excited. Tell everyone you've ever met.
And we'll put the ticket link in the notes.
Yes. Val, how much are tickets?
$12. I believe it's like $15 with fees and everything. So we tried to make it, a little
accessible.
More accessible. Because the shows that we currently perform in are twice that much. So trying to make it a little more accessible.
So excited to do that with you, Val.
I am so excited to do that with you. And I'm also very excited to meet Stu in person because we have been talking to him for years.
He's our first interview. We've interviewed him twice, and we're going to see how tall he is in real life. He's gonna.
My guess is he is your height.
My guess is he's maybe a little taller than me.
Maybe a little, but like not that much.
No, I don't think he's like 6'4".
No.
Oh my God, what if Stu's 6'4"?
Oh, then
Val's getting 1 foot boots. Just like China and
I'm
McLean.
gonna pull an Uma. Yeah.
All right, Val. Well, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Well, Val, I love you.
I love you.
Bye, Val.
Bye, Al. This podcast was produced by me.
And me.
And it was edited by me.
The music was composed by Michael McNally.
You can find us online at thetridentnetwork.com/dcommentaries-pod.
And you can find us on Instagram and TikTok at dcommentaries.
Dcommentaries is a part of the Trident Network. To learn more about our videos, live shows, and other podcasts, please visit thetridentnetwork.com.
Disney Channel original movies.
Damn it, Allie.